So Mich starts to date Barack, and we don't know who this guy is. We just like Barack. Who's got a name like Barack?
Michelle Obama's older brother was not impressed when former President Barack Obama first started dating his sister. On the April 16th episode of the former First Lady's podcast, IMO, co-host Craig Robinson admitted that he thought Michelle and Barack would last about a month when they met in the late 1980s.
I've told this story many times about when you first started dating Barack.
Mm-hmm.
So Mich starts to date Barack, and we don't know who this guy is. We just like Barack. Who's got a name like Barack? And I'm thinking to myself, it's gonna last for about a month, like most of your relationships did.
That's not true.
And
I've had a long-term boyfriend.
I wouldn't call those guys boyfriends.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, so Mich pulls up to the house, and we're sitting on the front porch waiting for her to bring Barack, and she gets out of the car, and I remember Mom's first thing was, "Ooh, at least he's tall." That was her first thing she said, because Mich was usually posting up her other boyfriends. She said, "At least he's tall," and I said to myself, "Well, it's too bad it's not gonna last." But the best part of it was after we met him and she had been dating him for a little while, she said, "Would you mind, Craig, taking him to play?" And what my dad would say is, you can really tell a person's character by how they play pickup basketball. And at first I said, no way, I am not doing your dirty work for you. If he turns out to be a bad dude, I am not gonna be the one to say. And you say, come on, please. And I finally acquiesced. And so we went, and obviously we had a great time playing. And
what did you learn about him?
This is what I learned. Aside from the fact that he is tremendously left-handed, so he couldn't go right at all. Most importantly, he was a team player, right? Like, he fit in with the people. And so I was able to report back to you, everything was fine, and the rest is history.
The Obamas tied the knot on October 3rd, 1992. After 33 years together, 8 of those years in the White House, Michelle recently addressed speculation that she and her husband are on the road to divorce.
As women, I think we struggle with disappointing people.
Yeah.
I mean, so much so that this year people were, they couldn't even fathom that I was making a choice for myself, that they had to assume that my husband and I are divorcing. This couldn't be a grown woman just making a set of decisions for herself, right?
Right.
But that's what society does to us. We start actually finally going, what am I doing? Who am I doing this for? And if it doesn't fit into the sort of stereotype of what people think we should do, then it gets labeled as something negative and horrible.